everyone, Rasper and the Ranch Timeline. Questions, comments, concern for our final episode. I'll just say a couple of things real fast. Very sorry that Patrick wasn't here.
Yeah.
But it actually worked out because he was out of town, so it let us shoot today. We talked about sort of how we wanted to either leave him banished or if there was some way to bring him back. I think it's narratively satisfying how we did it. I think it would have certainly been easier to have Ka here today.
Yeah, I feel a little bad for Pat, but I think it actually narratively this episode was kind of lovely. So
yeah. So questions, comments, concerns. Let's talk.
This is my favorite combat that we've ever done.
I 100% agree.
Great.
Yeah, everybody. The descriptions were very good. Just the way that the turn orders fell, the way that the drama unfolded, worked just like gorgeously. So that was really nice. Even if Steven could not hit Pamela, Parallel Rasper could just.
I knew this was my chance. I mean, her AC is so high. I've been playing Dark Souls, and what it sort of taught me is there are all these huge armored guys, and like I realized that just rushing up to them and trying to attack them over and over again is bad. So I didn't want to do it too much here, but I'm sort of starting to think like that some of these enemies might just stay back and like circle Christine. And like there's a smarter way to attack her, and I have to figure out what it is in terms of like how these guys. But she's armored.
Good.
So
Steven's using Dark Souls to influence the campaign now. That's great. That's really good.
the combat is like Pamela, you should play it because it's like you really learn like it's really you just hide behind your shield until you see an opening and then you make your attack.
Oh, actually, that would be great for Christine.
Yeah.
Um,
The other thing with Christine is that she's also paladin too, so she has a lot of heals. She's starting to get more heals.
right. She's got spell.
So now I have spell healing, and I have my second wind, which is also healing, and a lay on hands, which is a healing.
You're just the
So,
tankiest
you
tank
two-
who ever tanked.
Rasper and Christine are total opposites because I
Yes.
had to build I built Rasper and Christine. So these are both 9th level fighters that you guys fought today.
Really? Oh wow.
yes,
Rasper's
they're
a nice little fighter.
Both 9th level fighters. And yeah, this Rasper didn't take the barbarian levels. Two 9th level
level
fighters,
7.
and it sort of gives you an idea of how much punishment you can both dish out and take.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rasper is a challenge rating 5. Christine is a challenge rating 3. Christine doesn't have her armor in this, which is partly it. I made her AC 13. Really, it should be 10 or 11, but that was so low that it was like gonna screw it up.
That's like Vel can hit you with a melee attack low.
I loved designing this encounter. I'll talk about that in my afterwards.
Great.
I got trapped in a mirror.
Yeah.
Did you did you do that meaning to play on my
Vanity.
my
No,
narcissism?
no, I just wanted to fill this place up with some stuff, and I've always loved the Mirror of Life trapping because I love magic mirrors, and I thought it's sort of a good trap kind of a thing.
Was the other mirror that the old lady tried to get me to look into also a mirror of
No,
life
I
trapping?
just had Mirrors of Life trapping on the brain
Okay.
because of this later on,
That's fair.
and so I didn't want to make that also a mirror. It was a similar thing, though.
Okay, I had a feeling. Okay.
So yeah, some magic mirrors. I'm glad you shattered it and got them out. It would have been really cool to have that, but I loved that we got Jamie out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get him out without
Yeah, you can say his name if you know if you like attune. I think if you attune to the mirror or figure out how it works,
Okay.
you can say the name of a creature to draw them out of it.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Oh,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We
No.
received some other magical items too.
Yes,
Oh, we have walkie-talkies now.
you have
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
sending
God.
they're sending
I have
stones.
so many sending stones. now.
That's so as the party splits up many places. This is so you guys can be in communication
Yeah.
with each other across planes and everything. Because
That's great.
I just narratively now that as we start to spread out, I want you guys to be able to talk to each other and to
So is it like one can talk to all?
so they're
You
modified.
you made them modified like a group.
Yeah, it's like an
sending
elvish
It's
squad
like our
would
group
have
meet.
had them.
Yeah.
it's like a group meet.
Actually, yeah, that's like something that an Imperium.
Yeah, an Imperium
Like,
squad would have. They'd all
phalanx
have
would
their
be,
sending
yeah.
stones, and
Yeah.
Cool.
so they look just like the ones from
Homeland.
from relics. The circlet is
The visor?
Yeah, the visor. It's skinned as a circlet of blasting. But what it is it's the visor of Scoticus Summers.
no.
Yes!
So it opens portals to the
Arrow
arrow
dimension.
dimension and shoots arrows out of the circlet from the arrow dimension. So
Well, we'll learn that when we get back and I have a chance to investigate it.
yeah, so
Shackles
we can
of
add that to the
Planar
vault.
Binder?
Yeah, dimensional shackles.
I was going to try and put them on the Banshee, but I didn't have them in the
Oh,
Oh,
That would've been
that would have
crazy.
been great, actually. That would have worked wonderfully.
you did some good damage to it though.
Yeah.
I was to that point where it's like Vel was doing all this cool stuff, and like I didn't want to do the same stuff that I always do, which is like sword attacks and like Eldritch Blast. So I'm like trying to figure out what to do,
I mean,
and then it's like
it's
Wizard,
that's
yeah.
sort of being a wizard versus being a warlock. But I mean, imagine these guys who just do attacks every turn.
that's
Yeah.
true.
You have the
have
wizard has versatility. You have a bread and butter that that you can do really well every time
Yeah.
because you cast your spells at the highest level. So it's
Yeah. And the way you described your attack was really cool.
Right.
So that's the way to do it right there.
Yeah, I had to like amp it up a little bit just for myself, just to
Oh,
make
yeah.
it.
Sure,
for
that's how you
myself.
do it.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it made it
You need,
that much
you
more
need to think
excellent.
of cool ways for you to shoot Eldritch Blasts now. Do like acrobatics while you shoot them or something.
I don't want to give Steve an opportunity to go like roll a dex save, dickhead.
No.
You won't do that. You won't do that in an attack description.
Something that I actually wrote a note about this because it kind of stuck with me. Just the whole when the Banshee was dissipating, it's a perfect I guess a perfect visual of our show. Because it's both very sad and like dramatic that this friend of like this other person's now disappearing and like all
Right.
these souls are being attached. But he's being attacked by flying goat
flying
statues.
goats.
You know, like
By
it's
the
like that
way,
duality of
Animate
this,
objects, super powerful.
Yeah. And you have enough things to animate.
I would almost say the 12 goats are better than like a big statue.
No.
Yeah.
It's like I actually looked at it, and yes, the 10 tiny objects are way better than a one large object.
Can you do like various? Do they have to be the same kind of item?
No, I
or
can animate whatever the heck I want. 10 tiny objects, or it's actually there's an economy to it. So like I get 10 objects, 10 tiny objects. A medium object costs 2 objects.
2 tiny objects.
Yeah, a large object costs 4, and I think a huge object costs 8 or something like that.
So you do
Those probably aren't exactly it, but there's a breakdown for
Okay.
that. Like
So-
basically, I have like 10 animate currency to spend on animating whatever I want.
So you could do like a large object and like 4 like tiny objects.
Yeah.
I get it.
Do you just carry like a pocket of like steel bearings?
I've thought about it.
So I just wanted to like kind of just kind of put that out in the open and like kind of say like this is what our show is.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
And it was just both
It's the blend of
hilarious to think about and so like dramatic and depressing at the same time.
That's a good point.
How'd you feel about Ranch Christine's decision?
It was accurate as
Okay.
I
as
thought-
Christine player. Like
Yeah.
it was very true to her character because it is still being selfish.
Right.
It's
it
still
is
a
how
selfish
Ranch
action.
Christine would
Yeah,
have.
and it's how she's. Yeah, it felt very accurate.
Okay.
I kind of was sad that I wasn't able to talk her down, but I thought the moment of her hitting me down and then Christine like flipping out on her was like
Oh,
one of
so
my
good.
favorite moments in the
That's the
series.
best like
was-
success
yeah.
out of failure.
Yeah.
Especially, there's 2 places I cheated tonight. I won't tell you where they. Actually, I'll tell them in the afterwards. I'll tell where I cheated. I cheated twice tonight.
Okay. Okay. I'll leave it alone.
I'll say
I'm
it in
sure
the
I'll-
afterwards
I'm
to
sure I'll
tease it
find out.
tomorrow, and I'll tell you guys afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll save it for the
I was
afterwards.
having a hard time deciding who to dominate. 'Cause I want to. So like, the
Christine was a good choice.
Christine was
Yeah.
a good choice because I knew I probably had a better chance dominating Rasper because of his brain.
So Christine is weak to dominate. We know
Yes,
this.
you do know this.
Yeah. And so, but I was like, no, if I dominate Christine, then she'll live most likely.
Right.
So I want to preserve Christine.
Yeah, and she's also like the flipping sides thematically. Like that's the good choice to make. Is it's like
Yeah.
she's flipped sides once. Like this is would be a good way to flip it. I liked that rather than just doing the straight failure, we sort of turned it into a little bit of a scene.
That was
It
great.
turned sort of like a failure, which would have been like into kind of a little bit of a character moment.
That was also a moment where it's like every once in a while, like that was one where it's like, yeah, she's still a Christine. Like
Yeah.
she still broke those chains off and was like, you know.
Yep, for Marenton.
It's all about Marenton.
Yeah, it was very much.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So happy.
Anything else?
I was
This is the
so
most-
close to killing that guy.
This is the most.
Oh,
and I was
Sorry.
so close to dying.
This is the most spells I've ever used in an episode. I
You
used
almost-
so much.
You almost.
I had one first level spell and one third level spell left.
Oh god.
I have a lot of magic now. That's all. I burned
Yeah.
through so many spells this session.
Well, yeah, because you basically were pulling the rogue. You had to unlock a bunch of doors. We had to.
Oh yeah, that,
But I love
all of my
it.
level 2 spells were spent unlocking doors.
And things like I loved that. I love that we shattered the mirror. It's sort of like that's what because this was a hard encounter that I built for you guys, so it was important for a good balance. And if you had all of your spells, it would have just been like.
No, it's smart.
The goats were enough.
Yeah.
Those goats and a well-placed burning hands were like, oh, I need it.
Oh, that
guy.
burning hands was
Oh.
the guy screaming.
I love that.
Yeah.
Especially because Vel is so at Vel's core, he is like a child with a child's heart with the
a bag
powers
of-
of a god.
With a
Yeah.
bag of
Kinda.
fireworks. He's a child with a bag of fireworks.
Kinda.
Yeah, with the powers of a god, and he just like ended these people with fire and he's like he feels bad about it. He's like,
I warned them.
yeah.
I tried to make them go away. I did the scary ash thing.
Josh, you were talking about almost kill. You wanted to
Oh,
kill.
I don't know if there
Rexar.
was a cheat in there about if it led to Rasper not dying at that point or not like losing hit points because he was down to a sliver. But
Yeah.
had I made it, had Jamie not succeeded, I still had my action surge. I could have attacked 4 times.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was about ready to go down.
Yeah.
I'm glad it ended with Jamie because it was
I
awesome.
think it was way
That
cool.
was cool.
I think it was super cool.
With which bolt?
You are no longer narratively significant.
Oh, I should have said that. I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
Save it. Save
I'll
it.
save
Save
that
it.
one.
Save
I'll
it.
save that one.
I'm pushing. Well, I'll save that for another day. Yeah, lots of
That was a
fun
great
setups.
combat.
Lots of
Yeah.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
great combat. The heist sort of paid off in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It kind of did, and like better than I expected it to. Ultimately,
I like
You
when
had the
fast track
keys.
stuff.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
great.
I knew we had to like get through some
It was
stuff.
time
We were
to-
at 2 hours.
Yeah.
and we'd
We were
spent
at
like
2
3
hours.
sessions getting ready already. That
Yeah.
was like it
But
was
it's
time to
so
pull-
worth it.
pull the
This-
triggers.
This one is so good. This episode's so good.
I'm so happy. Yeah.
I'm so pleased about this. I'm sad Ka would have loved it. Ka would have gotten some great fucking lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, he would have.
But it's going to be very interesting when you guys arrive back in Marenton.
With a lot of money.
Yeah, you got here.
Yes, I need
A little bit of
I need it
bookkeeping.
for
We'll do the
purposes.
bookkeeping here because I think the fans would actually be interested
Yeah.
in that.
Because the vault. Okay, so here's what is currently in the
I'll just
Marenton
give you-
vault.
I-
Do you
I'll-
want? No, wait. Can I say what's
Oh, yeah,
currently
yeah,
in there?
okay.
1,502 platinum, 13,746 gold, 374 silver, and 7 copper.
Okay. We can do this 2 ways. I can either read you. I'm going to read you off how many it is, and then I'll just give you a total gold piece total. You can
Thank
just write
you.
on there. It is 1,000 electrum pigs, 82,500 silver hens, 8,250 gold goats, 1,650 platinum cows, 660 grand goats, which is what Vel transforms, and 132 grand calves, totaling in 132,000 gold pieces.
We didn't take the
We didn't
whole
take the whole
vault,
thing.
did we?
No.
I don't think we took the
We took the whole vault.
Yes, you did. You took the whole vault.
There was
Okay.
one. We literally emptied it
I'm not
out.
That's how
Right.
much I'm giving you.
I'm not
That's
gonna-
how much
okay,
I'm giving
okay.
you.
Okay.
I'm not going to morally
Great.
object in character in questions, comments, concerns, but
Yeah, and 8 setting stones, the eyes of Scoticus Summers,
yeah.
dimensional shackles, no mirror of life trapping.
8 summoning.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
setting
Oh,
stones.
not summoning. Sending.
Anything else? Anything else we got to talk about?
No, that
No,
was
I
great.
don't think so. I'm excited for whatever happens
I don't know what's
next.
gonna
Like,
happen next.
like Marenton can finally start like those like little things like magical defenses and things like that. I feel something in the wind that we're gonna need it.
We robbed another plane.
We robbed
We
another
are
plane.
multi-dimensional thieves.
I
Yes, we
prefer to
are.
create multidimensional vigilantes.
Vigilantes. Okay.
We're here
There
for
we go.
justice.
Yeah, that was the cost of justice.
We're
Yeah.
looking for justice.
Oh.
Thanks,
Oh,
everyone.
Clarion.
All right.
Clarion.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Questions, comments, and concerns. I'll see you tomorrow for Afterwards. And we'll see you very soon for whatever comes next for Threshold. We'll probably have an announcement about what exactly it is once we decide it. So thanks for watching. See you for Afterwards tomorrow. And see you soon.
Bye.